Hi Ultimate Gardeners, welcome back to Ultimate Gardening. So today in this exciting sprouting video, I have another collaboration video for you guys. So today we're collaborating with Jennifer from Forever Blooms. So today in this collaboration video, we will be showcasing, each one of us, we're going to be showcasing our favorite plant of 2020. So Jennifer grows in a 6A 7B climate, I think, and she's in New Jersey where our climates are way different, and so she's gonna teach you guys on her favorite plant for the year 2020. So without further ado, here's Jennifer with Forever Blooms.
Hey Ultimate Gardeners, my name is Jennifer with Forever Blooms, and thank you Emmanuel for having me on your channel. I really appreciate the opportunity to tell you guys what my favorite plant in 2020 was. So I grow in southern New Jersey, which puts me at a 6B, 7A, mostly 7A, most winters. So that's just for point of reference. Here in New Jersey, we tend to have really like wet springs, really dreary winters. And so that's the reason that for me, my favorite plant that I grew in 2020, an ornamental plant anyway, is the hellebore. If you haven't heard of the hellebore plant, it is also referred to as Lenten rose. Google it. I will insert images. They are stunning. They're beautiful. And they bring me so much joy because they bloom in the middle of winter or very, very, very super early spring when I am so thirsty to just get out in the garden and put my hands in the dirt. And I'm just waiting, not so patiently, for the last frost of the year. And so when everything is still kind of cold out, maybe you're not even fully ready to bring out your little seedlings and start, hardening them off, you go outside and you see these beautiful hellebores and they just bring you so much joy. They blow in the winds. Their leaves are evergreen. So even after they're done blooming, if you're the type that likes to deadhead after things have bloomed, the leaves look really, especially depending on the variety you pick, some of the leaves are really, really gorgeous all throughout the winter. A lot of them have variegated foliage that you can purchase as well so that they even have even more interest when they're not in bloom. But the thing that I loved that I didn't realize about hellebores when I bought them was that the blooms, even when they're done blooming, even when they're spent blooms, they're stunning. They're so pretty. Even when they're like dry, they dry right on the stalk and they look like they're in bloom. Not even far away. Like if you go up close, I remember having to look at some of the flowers and thinking like, are you dead? Are you alive? Are you dead? It didn't matter because they were pretty. So that is another advantage to growing hellebores, is that even when the blooms are spent, it still looks so gorgeous. So if you haven't grown a hellebore, go ahead and give it a shot. See what grows in your zone well. I think I might have gotten mine. I went to the garden center and I found a bunch there. And also, if you have Trader Joe's in your area, they had them as well in very early spring. And it's a frenzy when they come out. Okay, so this is how badly I want you guys to see how pretty hellebores are. I'm gonna go outside, it's cold out right now, but I want you to see what they look like. It's a little bit dark, as you can see, but I'll try to capture some footage for you so you can see what they look like in the dead of winter. A realistic garden. I have not been maintaining them, but they're just, the leaves are so pretty. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at this. See that variegation? Look at how shiny these leaves are. And this is the dead of winter. I haven't even maintained these. Now look at this. This is new growth here. In the middle of winter, new growth. And then that's a bud right in there. So anyway, I have hellebores all up and down this garden bed. And this is right near my front walkway here. And so they just bring me so much joy because I can see them. If you haven't grown hellebore, give it a shot. Let me know if you loved it, liked it, hated it. Also, don't forget to click subscribe on my channel, and I'm also on Instagram. Thank you guys. Bye.
So guys, as you guys saw, she showcased her favorite plant for the year 2020, which was hellebores. Hellebores is one of the most beautiful plants to grow in my opinion, but today I'll be teaching you guys or showcasing a flower of mine that I enjoyed during the 2021 season, which is a tropical flower called hibiscus. Hibiscus is a beautiful flower, you guys, and different colors. One flower could be pure one color, or it could be multiple of different colors. So hibiscus grows in zones 4 through 11. So if you're in a zone 4 through 11, highly recommend them. They're really drought tolerant. They could handle wet feet. They can handle a lot of things. So they're really great plant to grow. Another thing is that they come back every year. They do grow in new growth, but if you here in zone 10B climate, here they don't lose their leaves. They have leaves all year round. But for people in zones 4 and 5 and going up, you guys might experience your hibiscus, you need to cut it back. So for you guys, there's new growth. It comes back every year, flusher, and if you let it grow to its potential, it will grow to its potential. And that's one thing I really enjoy about hibiscus. But there's two different types of hibiscus, the bush type and the standard. The standard is just basically like the bush type, except it's trained to be a standard, which is a tree. And they're really beautiful, you guys, if you want to showcase things below it, which I highly recommend. I do not have a standard right now. I'm considering one, but I do have bushes, and I have 4 different hibiscus around my house, which is a pink hibiscus, an orange hibiscus, a red hibiscus, and a white and red hibiscus. All of those are gorgeous plants, you guys. Highly recommend them. Flowers come in different sizes. The hibiscus flower can come from a little small flower all the way to an enormous flower. So if you guys prefer the big flowers, go for the big flowers. If you guys want tiny flowers, go for the tiny ones. It's up to you guys on what you guys prefer. Another thing is that there's multiple different colors of hibiscus out there. There's many varieties of hibiscus and hybrids out there, but my personal favorite is the white and red hibiscus, which we have in our house. Beautiful hibiscus. It's a medium-sized flower. It blooms really beautiful. Highly recommend that flower. Of course, they'll be popping up photos of every single hibiscus that is in this household, but I'll be popping up interesting hibiscus colors up in the screen for you guys to see of how beautiful the hibiscus are and their colors and multicolor. So highly recommend them. So guys, hibiscus blooms every spring or in early spring. Here in FL, they usually start blooming during winter or when winter is ending. But for people in zones 4, 5, and 6, where there's snow over there, those zones usually grow or they start blooming in early spring, because hibiscus want to have their blooms, and they finish off blooming ending of fall, which is typical for hibiscus. A few awesome things about hibiscus is that they can handle hot weather and do not get watered constantly. But when hibiscus are newly planted, they prefer to get watered. But when they're like at a mature size and you have had them for years, they will go weeks without watering. You could just let the rain water them. They will look perfectly fine if you are in a hot climate right here, because they're tropical flowers. They're not found in zones like below 4, so they're mostly found in tropical areas like here in Florida. But for people over there in colder zones, they prefer to be a little bit watered normally, and also to be dried out. But here in Florida, they like to be watered constant, but over there in the cold, they prefer to be a bit dried out. Fertilizing your hibiscus with flower tone is amazing, because flower tone gives them a huge boost, and their bushes with entire flowers look so beautiful, you guys. Highly recommend them. So if you guys have not tried the hibiscus yet, I highly do recommend you do so. They're an amazing flower, you guys. So highly recommend them. So guys, that's it for my favorite plant of 2020. So a little mini recap is that my favorite flower is the hibiscus. It grows every year, multiple different colors, comes in multiple colors, but the main colors I know of is orange, red, and pink. Those are the main colors for hibiscus, but there's unique type of colors out there. So yeah, that's basically it for